Thank you very much, and good afternoon. The last, but I hope not the most boring. 10 years ago, I participated in a very interesting meeting held by a company named Audatex. Probably some of you are familiar with this vendor. They are almost monopolist in Central Europe, in some countries. And CEO of the company came to Europe by his private jet to present to head of claims of several insurance companies from Central Europe how we will work in few years. The presentation was about image recognition technology. It was announced that in few years, we will get rid of 90% of our experts. It was over 10 years ago. I still have my experts. Audatex produces every year nicer presentations, but still this technology cannot replace the people. But the difference is that within the last few years, we can use this technology to support the people. So I'm going to present to you two real use cases, two projects which we have launched in Poland, in my company and on the market, which really work. First example is just usage of image recognition technology for, as we call, straight-through processing. Means that no single touch, human touch in the claim, and claim is paid. First of all, you need to know what are the functionalities, features of this technology. And secondly, you need to know what are the limits. So technology can categorize the pictures. We know which is the document, I know, face, or the car. We can identify which part of the car is on the picture. And finally, we can find out whether it's damaged or not, should be replaced, or just repaired. And of course, some other features like VIN number recognition, registration plate, and so on. But the limit is that this technology, no matter which vendor comes to you, how beautiful is the presentation, is that they can recognize very limited of external parts of the vehicle, like 20 to 30, depends on the vendor and how they calculate it. And average car consists of 5 to 10,000 parts. So this is the first limit. And the second is the accuracy. I've never met the technology which is more precise, more accurate than the human being. Unfortunately, still not. But no doubts in the future that will work in this way. Okay, so what we decided to do, considering the fact that 1/4 of our customers is willing to use the self-service application, very simple, standardized tool. We just send the link to the customer. Customers just take pictures and produce very simplified calculation by touching the particular parts. I think you know this kind of applications. The one we use comes from this company I've already named, but it can be anything else. And secondly, we found out that the way how to make our customers happy is whether to either to pay more, or to do it faster. Or both, of course. We decided to do it faster. So the aim of the project was to automatize fully part of the claims and pay them immediately. We decided that few percent would be okay for the beginning. And at the same time, we wanted to avoid the leakage. So we didn't want to simplify the process, to cut it and resign of something. We just wanted to fully automatize without any leakage. I know it looks a little bit complicated, but I will explain it in few words only. So when the customer takes pictures and make calculation, we just check the calculation and pictures taken by the customer with what artificial intelligence, or in this case, it is image recognition technology, can see on the pictures, just like that. Of course, we are using the particular rule engines, which are mentioned on this picture. But those rule engines are relatively simple. We developed them by ourselves. This rule engine means just 20, 30 rules. And in this way, we could automatize the process without a huge risk of the leakage. So once again, we just compare what customer did with what technology can see. In this way, we could just eliminate the weaknesses of this technology. Means that we accept sometimes when we cannot see, I mean, artificial intelligence cannot see the damage, but we know from those rules that it is probable. What is the outcome of this? First of all, of course, very high customer satisfaction index. That was one of the target of this project. You can see that this is 4.75 out of 5 stars. So people are really happy. Of course, the rest are unhappy because of the amount of the proposed compensation. And handling time, in fact, we are talking about minutes. These 2 days you can see, this is the time needed for the customer reaction to take pictures. But we are just taking off. We just started. So last month we were able to settle in this way only 5% of the claims, motor claims. But for sure, we will reach this 1,000 by end of this year, and then we will make a next step. But I think that even from this perspective, I mean 10% of the claims fully automated, paid within minutes, it looks really great for the beginning. The second use case I would like to share with you is quite interesting, exciting, and very unique, but it is more complex from the organizational point of view than the previous one, because it requires involvement of the majority of the market. Which happened on the Polish market? This is the project which we launched 2 years ago, but the project which the service will be available for the insurance, every single insurance company on the Polish market within the next 3 months. I'm going to tell you about the results of the huge proof of concept we've just conducted, which convinced us to make this big investment. So this is about usage of the image recognition technology for detecting similar damage on different pictures. I'm not talking about finding the same picture. I'm talking about looking for similar damage on the particular parts of the car, even though if the damaged part is on another car and the claim is reported to another insurance company. Technology probably is very complex. I'm not specialist in it, but what is the most important, which people from the business need to know, that they are not dealing with the pictures. Only at the beginning, they convert the picture into kind of a code, and then codes are just compared, which means that we can receive the result within seconds. We don't need to analyze millions of pictures each time. The final decision is taken by the human being, of course, by the expert. But expert has already a proposal of the matched claims, matched pictures, with probability high, medium, or low of the fraud. What we did during this proof of concept, I think it's very convincing. The results are very convincing because 98% of the market participated in it. We decided to analyze pictures from last 28 months on particular 3 chosen brands of the cars. So you can imagine how huge was this project. We proceeded 9 million pictures. 9 million pictures. I can't imagine this amount of data, but for sure you can imagine that it is impossible, practically impossible, to find similar damage in claim of another insurance company if this is not the same VIN number. Completely impossible. But we did it. We received a very similar, I know it's not sexy, but it was just for the project purpose, interface for our employees, let's say our experts. They could see details of the pair matched claims, and they could enter the claims and check if the damage they can see, damage which was matched, is really about the same damage, the same car, the same damaged parts. And use this viewer, they could find that 37%, over 1/3 of the matched parts of the claims were matched correctly, which means that we found a lot of fraudulent cases within this relatively small sample, just 9 million pictures, 300,000 claims. So we calculated how much we can save if we use it on a daily basis, and we decided to build a central database. Guarantee Fund is responsible for it. And as I mentioned, within the next few months, all the pictures from all the motor claims, or 98% of the claims, will be transferred first, initially, to this Guarantee Fund database, and then on a daily basis, when claim is reported, we will be looking for similar damage, similar claims, which of course secures us from the cases which for the end I prepared for you. I know that pictures are always interesting. This is correct matching. The most obvious case means that you see even car is in the same place. However, pictures came from different insurance companies. Very obvious. One glance, you know it's fraud. The second case is more sophisticated because you can see that on the left side, the damage is bigger. But of course, it was reported as two separate claims for two separate insurance companies. This pilot, this proof of concept, also proved that technology can detect very small damage, can match very small damage. So we are not talking about very characteristic total loss. We are talking also about scratches. Another interesting example, the same picture. I know, but please notice that this is a picture of the part of the car which was presented by a workshop to at least 5 different insurance companies for 5 different cars. So they had one picture for each BMW. We can imagine how often it works in this way. Only based on, for example, information from the internet, how often damaged parts are sold worldwide. Some parts are so smashed that they cannot be used for the repair, but they can be used only exclusively, that's my opinion, for insurance fraud. And false positives. Unfortunately, once again, technology cannot replace the people. Technology can support them. You see here 2 pictures. I spent no less than 20 minutes to find the difference. These are 2 different claims. Unfortunately, when you deal with millions of pictures, hundreds of thousands of claims, for sure you will find similar damage. Very similar because of the constructions of the car are the same. Mechanics of the damage of the accident are similar. So we have also deal with some false positives and technical problems which will be solved, I hope, soon. Like, for example, the technology still matches dismantled cars, finding this area as the damage. Or some characteristic features of the photo, like in this situation, marked places of the hail damage. So I try to be as fast as possible, but you can see my contact details here. I think that those topics are very interesting. The first one can be implemented in any insurance company which has just a system for claims handling, and it can be introduced within a few months. The second one, of course, is more complex, but I presented it just to show the other aspect of this technology. So I invite you to contact. Приглашаю тоже тех, которым легче говорить по-русски, чем на английском языке. Можем пообщаться в любое время. Thank you.
You scared me.